How's it going there? This is Nick again. Just posted an update. I said I was going to do an update in about 2 weeks. Quite frankly, I forgot about it. Um, I am currently 3 weeks and 3 days out. So, however many days that is, I'm not too sure. Um, but yeah, I had a T-lift spinal fusion. So, T-lift meaning they went in from the back. Um, L5-S1, one level spinal fusion. Um, I went into the doctor's office, I think a week or two ago, and, they checked everything out, but at that time they really can't give you any kind of information. Because the only thing they're really looking at is if the fusion is starting to take place and the bone is fusing itself together. Obviously, that takes, I believe, about 3 to 4 months for it actually to fuse. Um, so I went in. They took some X-rays just to make sure that all the hardware in there aligned and looked right. Everything looked good. So I'm working with the surgeon's office, and I'm also working with my pain management office, who I'm going to be doing my physical therapy through. I worked with them for probably 4 years before surgery. Going through all the necessary stuff, the spinal injections, the physical therapy, you name it, I did it all. Again, it was a grade one, which most people don't typically have surgery for. Um, but again, my pain was just crippling. I couldn't do anything. I live in basically Vail, Colorado. You can see outside. We got a lot of snow, and it's Christmas. But I I was to the point where I was doing anything. I wasn't hiking. I wasn't biking. I wasn't skiing. I wasn't playing hockey. I wasn't doing anything, just because the pain was so severe. Like I said, I did all the traditional treatments, and finally sat down with the doctors, and they decided this is something that it needs to be done. So, uh, yeah, mobility wise, I'm doing absolutely great. I don't know if you can see it, but I have to wear a fancy little back brace. I don't know that all doctors do it, but this is basically correcting you from bending, twisting, and lifting. My days are pretty good. I'm still on pain medication, unfortunately. I was hoping to be off the pain meds and be feeling good. That is something that still concerns me a little bit. The fact that I'm still in pain. Not pain to the point where I can't do anything, but definitely still in pain and pretty similar pain to what I was having before surgery. So I'm a little concerned about that. I would say the past 2 days, waking up in the morning's been a little better. Um, I definitely noticed waking up in the mornings is the what has been the absolute worst for me. Your body tightens up. Your legs are tight, your back is tight, everything is tight, sore, everything just hurts. So I made it a point to, before, I set an alarm. As soon as I hear my alarm go off, I take one pain medication, or, one pain pill, or a half of one, or whatever it is, and I get my body to start feeling better before I get out of bed. Otherwise, I am miserable for probably the first half an hour. Um, but overall, though, I think everything is going fairly well. Again, my mobility is great. I'm walking about. I got a little treadmill, a little manual treadmill, $100 from Walmart. It's one of the greatest purchases I've had for the surgery. Um, I walk on that every day. I've been putting in anywhere from 20 minutes to about 40 minutes, give or take. Most of those days where I'm walking 40 minutes on it, I am walking very slow. I've noticed that, if I sit too long, if I lay too long, or I stand too long, I start getting pain. So what I'll do is, I work from home, which I've been blessed with. I haven't missed any work, which has been great. Maybe just a week or two. Um, But I'll work for a couple hours, keeping my body straight, my posture good, and then I'll go walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes, work for another couple hours, treadmill few minutes. Same with laying down. I'll go lay down on the couch, watch TV, do some computer work laying down, and after an hour, 2 hours, I start getting tight again, jump on the treadmill, and the first 20 minutes I'm walking a fairly good pace. After that, I don't want to overdo it, so I'm walking very slow on the treadmill. I definitely think it's helping, but again, like I said, the pain's still there. And I've talked to a lot of people who've had this surgery. They felt that it was fairly normal, and they really thought that once the fusion starts taking place, that you'll start really feeling some pain reduction. Also with physical therapy, once I start that. So I think I'm about, I go back to the doctors on the beginning of January. So we're 3 days until Christmas right now. So the beginning of January, I go see the doctor again. I believe I get my physical therapy script then, and we'll begin that process. Yeah, I don't really know what much else to say. Again, it was the TLIF spinal fusion L5-S1. I had a grade 1 spondy slip. And yeah, kind of been bumming because, like my girlfriend's out skiing right now. It's one of my favorite things to do in the wintertime. And I'm kind of cooped up in this little house in the middle of nowhere. So it's been tough in that aspect, but I've been keeping my mind preoccupied and keeping positive about it. Once I really start seeing some reduction in pain, is kind of my end goal here to start feeling better in that aspect. And yeah, I mean, I'm not supposed to be, again, no bending, twisting, lifting. When I lay down, I'll grab my legs without bending and kind of pull my knees up to me a little bit without twisting the spine up. I feel it helps a little bit with stretching out your quads and that kind of thing. But ultimately, they don't want you doing anything, or my doctors anyway. They don't want me twisting. I mean, they don't want you doing anything but standing up straight, sleeping straight. Another thing too, I think why I'm having pain at night is obviously I'm not sleeping with the back brace on, and I fear that while I'm sleeping, I'm doing a little bit of twisting. I'll wake up and I'll be on my side, and I obviously not being conscious. I wonder if I'm structurally, they call it a log roll. You get on your back and you tumble over like a log, so you don't twist anything. And I'm wondering if while I'm sleeping, if I'm actually doing that or not. So yeah, overall though, I think everything's going really well. Other than that pain, I'm getting around great. I've unfortunately I drive a manual Tacoma, so can't drive that. They fear that the pressure on the clutch will actually twist my spine up. So I have about another 2 or 3 weeks till I'm given the green light to drive that. I've been driving my girlfriend's car, which sucks. It's a Mini Cooper, so getting down into that thing's been a pain in the butt. But overall, the experience has been great so far. I was only in the hospital in my previous videos, like I said, for a couple days. Got out of there, got home, and I pretty much been self-sufficient. I highly recommend, let me go grab it real quick. It is when you leave the hospital, they give you all kinds of ideas of things to purchase. Things to purchase that really help. The only thing I really got was I had a walker the first day home. I wish I wouldn't have got it because that was the only day I used it. It gave me a bunch of different tools for getting dressed, and haven't used any of those either. The only thing I've used is clamp, or a claw, a grabber, whatever these things are. I had a different one. I broke it a couple days ago, so I went to Walmart, $10, got this. That and the only other thing I got was a toilet seat raiser. Basically, it's just a giant plastic toilet seat. It raises toilet seat up about 6 inches. When you got to use the restroom, you just grab the doorknob and let yourself kind of fall back on the toilet seat. You don't have to get down real low and twist or bend your back too much. Yeah, I will. I know I said I'd post earlier. Again, I apologize, but yeah, if you have any questions, reach out to me. More than happy to kind of talk anyone through the process who's thinking about the surgery. Uh, Again, I dealt with this issue for about 5 years of back pain, constant back pain every single day. I still, obviously having back pain every day, but it's showing signs of getting better. But if you have any questions of your or my thought process going into it, the decision I made. I mean, I thought about surgery for almost 3 years straight, constantly. I knew it was eventually going to be what I needed to do to feel better because nothing was working. I was even trying all kinds of different herbal Chinese medicines and all these different things that just nothing was working for me. And I was just taking these pain medications and I hated it. It's not a good quality of life. And I knew something needed to change. So I went ahead and went through with it. So if you have any questions, message me, comment, whatever, I'm more than happy to kind of talk to anybody. It's been quite a journey the past 3 weeks, and I hope only for improvements. And everyone I've talked to, says just keep doing what they tell you, and it will get better. So looking forward to it. We're 3 weeks out now, so I'll probably post in maybe another week or two, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe the first year, maybe right after I start physical therapy, and just see how things are going. That's about really all I could say. So, got any questions? Let me know. And take care. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a good one.